Yeah, this process is pretty straightforward, really easy. The best part is when you pull the isolate out at the end. So
you can run this like nonstop, 8 hours a day.
if you can feed it constantly, that's the workflow that you need to figure out, is like how much biomass can you process on the front end? Because a lot of times, like if your trim is yielding 10% on that biomass, and then this can take, you know, anywhere from like 6 to 8 liters of input, then you need to process 150 pounds like every 2 hours to really maximize this system. So you would only need to run it once a day until you scale up to like 300, 400, 500 pounds a day.
Is this the bigger system, the 8 liter?
8 liters is the medium size.
Oh,
yeah.
The 4 liter, right?
This is the 8 liter. The 4 liter is all on one rack, because with the 8 liter you get this and that tank. The 4 liter is like all on one unit. It's much smaller, so it's meant for like more of the East Coast markets where they are only processing, you know, 50 to 75 pounds a day. Yeah, so much smaller volume. Yeah, I would recommend the 8 liter. Like for what you're trying to do, like you want to grow into it. You're gonna grow out of that 4 liter like in the next 3 months. See how it's like turning milky, and already you could just tell like it's starting to, you know, like change.
Looks like horchata.
Yeah, yeah, it looks like horchata. Yep.
Yeah.
You look for that consistency.
That's halfway there.
It's close. Those are little things that people oftentimes overlook, is how much flow rate they're getting in their chillers and their heaters, because that makes a big difference in how well you can process on a commercial level. Because if you're like imagine trying to like shoot you know, the thermal fluid through that hose, it's going really slow, versus if you open up that big. So that's why all the piping that we use is like at least an inch on the heater. And the same thing on the chillers. When we do the install, we do inch piping on everything. That way everything is maximized for like optimal performance. And so we can help you with that and make sure everything is installed properly. We have people that we send to the locations to do all the installs, so they can do all the plumbing for you and kind of take care of all that stuff. So yeah, we get really hands-on with like making sure that all the little details, not just the steel side is good, but like this is like the most important part. This is what runs your machine pretty much. And if you overlook that aspect, then you're gonna basically be like shooting yourself in the foot. If you're trying to do like 150 pounds a day, like in a shift, we can definitely get you that pretty easily. And if you want to do 200-300, we can get you there as well. So depending on like what your production goals are and how much isolate you need to produce a day, we can spec the equipment to match that production throughput. Because like we work with a lot of vendors. Like we don't like just like sell one chiller or anything. Like we've explored every chiller manufacturer out there, because a lot of these chiller companies, what they do is they sell you the chiller, they give you a warranty, but then a third-party company comes out and does all the servicing, and then they don't know the chiller as well as the company that manufactured it, and that causes more issues down the road.
Yeah, it's coming out.
Just keep that in mind.
There.
But I actually ran a lab like 2014, 2015. I used to have my own lab. I got busted, and then I was like, I gotta fucking do something with this knowledge that I have. So I started up at Tracker Depot, and now we're here. But yeah, I also have a lab down the street in Long Beach as well. Yeah, so. But we actually we used to run our own material and product and try to do the processing facility ourselves. There's so many pieces to it. You got to distribute, you got to source material, you got to like, selling is the hardest part. If you have good distribution, that's like for me, like when I look at a manufacturing lab and how successful they're going to be, it's all based on how much can they sell on their own.
And the trim.
Yeah, like how much can they, like their source and their output, like input and output, what can they source their input material for, and how fast and how much cash flow can they produce on the back end to kind of feed that like cycle. Because you're buying the trim, then you're selling it, and then reinvesting in the trim, and then skimming off the top your profit. And so if you can do that really efficiently, that's how your lab's going to be successful.